Good evening and welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for October 13th to 25th. For October 13th to the 17th, this is what the pattern is projecting. It's all the models are predicting a strong or fairly deep trough or upper low here in the Gulf of Alaska into Western Canada. And this is what we're looking at the GFS, and we're going to go through time. We're going to go to the 17th, and you can see here's our system here. And I'm going to look at the GFS ensembles, and the European deterministics, the European ensembles, and the Canadian ensembles all have a deep low here in the Gulf of Alaska, a ridge here, and a ridge along the east coast and the western Atlantic. The difference in the models here is this. The models are showing a weak or an upper low over the Mississippi Valley with a weak trough. And through time, the GFS dissipates it, while the other model, like the European and European ensembles, hold on to this feature and bring it into Ohio Tennessee Valley during this time. And the Canadian ensembles completely lose it. Well, there's a little hint of it here, but basically a flat flow across much of the nation. Temperatures during this period are forecast to be above normal in the west and in the east, under the upper ridge, and below normal temperatures are forecast in the vicinity of the central U.S. trough. What we're going to look here now is the. Let's see what model I have here. This is the GFS temperature anomalies for the next 7 days, and it's forecasted above normal temperatures here, below normal temperatures for this region, and above normal temperatures as we go through time. I'm going to go forward frames. And GFS has cooled down here in the east, but this is the 19th, so that's later on in the period. But we're going to go back to like the 17th. Let me see if I can get back there. Okay, here's the 17th. It's still a little cooler here, but the GFS, the European deterministics show it pretty clearly above here, and staying cool relatively in the plains into the Mississippi Valley. Now we're going to look at the period for October 16th to the 20th. Here's the 16th, and this is the GFS, and you can still see we have our upper low here. We have above normal heights into the west, and a relatively flat flow. A little weak hint of a trough here in the Mississippi Valley, and we have our above normal heights across this region. And we're going to go to, let's see, as far as it can go, is 17th, and the GFS loses it. And now the GFS ensembles also loses it, but then again the European and the European ensembles hold on to this, the feature. And again, the GFS ensembles, the Canadian ensembles keep a deep low here off the west coast of Canada, and we have above normal heights here, and a relatively flat flow. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, and for precipitation, I am forecasting above normal precipitation for Washington, Oregon, and for the Middle Atlantic and Northeast, and below normal precipitation for this area. Next is the period for October 21st to the 25th. And we might see a little bit of a pattern change during this period. Okay, I'm going to go forward now. this is the GFS ensembles. If I can, okay, the GFS ensembles deepens its upper low here, but keeps above normal heights across this area and possibly a weak trough here developing in the eastern U.S. Now, one thing to know that the GEFS and the Canadian and the European ensembles keep this trough here in the eastern U.S. deepens that trough that we've seen in the other period right here, as the GFS ensembles show. Still, we have above normal heights here, and now the Canadian ensembles has relatively flat flow near to above normal heights across much of the nation, and we have a deep upper low here south of the Aleutians or in the Gulf of Alaska. But during this time, the NAO and the AO index are forecast to be negative. The PNA fluctuates to near neutral to positive. We got to wait and see how that goes. That would correlate with this type of a model, this kind of a pattern during this forecast period. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, below normal temperatures for this region, and for precipitation, above normal precipitation for Oregon and Washington, the southeast, and below normal precipitation for the plains into the Mississippi Valley. So that is long-range weather forecast discussion for October 13th to the 25th. Thank you for coming, Jim, on this World of Weather, and have a good day.